What's up guys, Poison here. Now, I just woke up and I checked my YouTube like I do periodically. I just check to see what the analytics from yesterday are, see how many views, whatever. Basic YouTube stuff. So, I thought I uploaded a video yesterday. Now, I made a video like this one. Essentially, yesterday I went and dropped off my computer to the guy who made it, Dustin. So, I dropped off the computer, I took my parts, I took my GT740 and I took my 600 watt Corsair power supply unit. And he looked at the computer. From what happened, it was a hard drive failure. So whatever's on my hard drive is gone. Womp womp. Whatever. Nothing important. Whatever it was, I could download again. Rain meter. I think the most thing I'm a little mad that's gone is going to be rain meter. Because it took me forever to get my rain meter perfectly. Whatever. I'll fucking play with it again. So he said, so far it's just a hard drive. And last night he texted me. Because we were texting all day, and it was a hard drive. He put in a 3 terabyte now, so sweet. I went from a 1 terabyte to a 3 terabyte, so awesome. And he's like, yeah, it was just the hard drive might have been just a major problem. And I'm like, well, can you do me a favor? Can you install a USB 3.0? And he's like, what would you be using it for? I'm like, oh, well, I do YouTube. I want to start live streaming. The Razer Ripsaw that I'm looking at could only do live streaming through USB 3.0, so it has 0 lag. He's like, okay, that's a good reason, because in the past I've asked him to install stuff, and he straight out said, look, if it's a stupid thing that, if it's something stupid that's not even going to be used, I'm not going to install it for you. I'm like, back then I'm like, wow, dick, I'm trying to pay you and you're not going to do this for me, but, now I see it. It's like, if I don't need it, why get it? So, I told him, I'm going to use a Razer Ripsaw, I'm going to use it to live stream and record. And he's like, oh, okay, that's a good use then. Yeah, I could put a USB 3.0 in it. That'll be done tomorrow. So, today's Thursday, it'll be done Friday, if the part comes in Friday. So, I'm looking at picking it up Saturday, actually. Another thing, we were texting each other, and he's all like, your computer's still good. Or, while I was there, I show him the parts. I'm like, I have this GT740, I have this, power supply unit. He's like, they won't work on your computer. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, unfortunately they won't work on your computer. You would have to upgrade the motherboard. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? He's like, well, it means you try to return them and get your money back. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, in my head, I'm like, or I tell him, okay, yeah, I'll try to do that. In my head, I'm like, fuck. That video card was purchased in December for Christmas. And that power supply unit, it's been probably a month or two. I could probably still return it if I can find everything. My plan is I'm going to use those parts and I'm going to try to build a computer in my room. Because all I have in my room is that little computer right there. And that little computer cannot do anything. It can't even edit videos. So I need to upgrade that computer. This will probably be like for a year or two. I don't fucking know. Or I might try selling them, honestly. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do. But later on at night, like probably around like 5-ish, because I dropped it off at 2. At around 5, we were still texting each other, and he's like, hey, do you have a bunch of stuff hooked up to your computer? Like, do you have a bunch of stuff hooked up to the power strip? I'm like, yeah. He sends me a link to something for Walmart. He's like, purchase this, or purchase something like this. It's a power surge converter thing. And he's like, yeah. And only use computer parts there, like monitor, computer. Don't use anything else. Ugh. I just noticed my saliva. It's like, all suck. He's like, yeah, buy this power supply, or buy this, power strip, and only use the computer and computer stuff on it. Don't hook up your TV, don't hook up your Xbox, don't hook up anything like that. I'm like, okay, sweet. I'll purchase that. I'm actually probably gonna purchase that in a little bit later. And then he also said, well, when I built this computer for you years back, like, I had it built specifically for Titanfall. Let that one sink in. I built a computer only for Titanfall. And I'm glad I started playing other games like Payday 2. But yeah, I built it only for Titanfall. And so, when did Titanfall come out? Like, maybe 3 years ago? Around 2 or 3 years ago, yeah. And he's like, how long ago did I build this for you? I'm like, when did Titanfall come out? He's like, God, it's been a while. I'm like, yeah. And then, so, we were keep texting, and he said, well, when I built your computer a long time ago, I built it with, like, upgrades in mind. And, like, he was talking to me when I was there. He's like, look, personally, I wanted to build you a good computer, but like your mom said, you guys were on a budget, so I built you the best I could. It was like $1,000, and he threw in a monitor. He's like, I built you what I could on a budget, but I built what I could on a budget with future proofing in mind. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, yeah. He's like telling me all these things. He's like, well, if you really want to upgrade your computer, you could have your computer up to standards. He's like, one, we could get you 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. He's like, video card, I would highly recommend either a Radeon something 6940 or something like that. 6794, something like that. He's like, some Radeon. He's like, you could use a Radeon. He's like, but what I would get, honestly, get a GeForce GT 950. Yeah, the GT or GTX 950. He's like, trust me, that video card is gonna last you a long time. It's gonna do what you want. He's like, what do you want specifically out of a video card? I'm like, this video card I have works. I need something with HDMI, like actual HDMI, because I need audio in my videos. He's like, okay, yeah, no problem. The GTX, I think it's GTX 950. It's the GT something, so probably GT or GTX 950. He's like, trust me, that's gonna last you a long time. It's gonna do everything you need it to do. And he's like, you won't have to upgrade periodically. I'm like, all right. And he's like, but one thing though, I would highly recommend you also get a new, I don't know, a CPU, I think is what it is. It's that little chip you put on the motherboard. He's like, one that you would definitely want to get is the i5/3550. I'm like, why? He's like, well, if you could put in this video card and you could buy that little chip, and then we upgrade your RAM, your computer is basically new. I'm like, seriously? He's like, yeah. I'm like, how much would this be? He's like, oh, maybe like $400. So I looked it up last night. I looked up the price of the NVIDIA GeForce video card. $165. There's two different models. I need to ask him which one. There is a basic model for like $135, and then there's the bigger model for $165. I'm pretty sure he wants to get the $165 one, which, you know, I would agree with. It's $30 more, why not? And the little CPU card thing is $200, flat out. That's just what it is. There is no sale. I could probably find it somewhere else. I'm gonna have him find that part. I will have him find that part. I don't want to fuck it up. And then he said for RAM, it'd be like $75. I don't know shit about RAM, so I'm like, okay, dude, you're the one who built this for me. It's gonna take a while, but I will save money and send it to you, you know. I will pay you, you know, you just do the part, you do the labor, I'll pay you. And I can already tell. People are gonna leave comments. Oh, you're stupid, you're just wasting your money. Here's the thing. This is my money I'm saving from work. This is my money. I didn't ask you for money. The money I get from YouTube isn't even going towards this. Because, you know, I barely make anything off of YouTube. Let's just be honest. My YouTube money is very little. But this is money I saved up from working these past few weekends. So, you know, it's my money. I never asked you guys for it. So I don't want to hear stupidity like, oh, you're wasting your money. Because I've already been told while doing Payday 2 safes, you're wasting your money. You're wasting your money. Here's the thing. Did I ask you for money? Oh my god, I didn't, so I really don't care. It might be a waste of money, but guess what? That computer is going to be stronger than what it is now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This video was supposed to go out yesterday. Completely forgot about it. Completely didn't even record it. Or I recorded it, but I didn't even upload it, so yeah. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. The computer should be ready tomorrow with the USB 3.0 at least. And then, maybe next month I'll get the, I'm gonna get the video card first, then I'll get the chip, then I'll get the RAM. Because as soon as I could get that video card with the HDMI, I could have audio in my videos, and the computer will be beastly. And I don't know when, but I have to buy the Razer Ripsaw sooner or later, because I actually want to start live streaming. I want to start live streaming as soon as possible. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So, seriously, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys, well, I'll see you guys later today with an episode of Quick Play. Tomorrow, Quick Play, Saturday. I want to do a video for Saturday. I don't know what the fuck to do, honestly. And Sunday with Demon's Cross. So, until next time, have an awesome day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Still, after a year or two of doing YouTube, I don't have an outro.